Welcome to day 1 for us, but what is actually probably day 8 of the Mecum Auto Auctions. It's been quite an experience already. My name is Craig, my brother Adam, my father Kevin. Go for it.
Can we go look at those Honda CT70s? I knew you would.
We have been here for over an hour and have yet to find or see or look at anything yet because everybody keeps separating.
If I wasn't aggravated, if I wasn't aggravated with you guys, the first thing I was going to do is call Adam and say, come look at these CT70s.
You guys are gonna come with us today, our day 1, to look at everything that Mecum Auto Auctions in Kissimmee, Florida has to offer. What are the prices? What is here? I also have 5 cars here that we have to go find and check on that we're running through tomorrow, which is gonna be a completely different video. We actually hired an entire camera crew, mics, cameras, the full setup. Tomorrow's episode is gonna be awesome. Today's episode is gonna be awesome. We're gonna see what Mecum has to offer. I've already said that. You guys are coming along with me. My name is Craig from Flying Wheels. Let's get going. So right off the bat, Adam is a fan of the Honda CT70. We have 3 Honda Trail 70s, right? What does the C part stand for?
The C?
Yeah, CT.
Charlie.
C Trail 70, right? I bet some on the internet knows. And these have all sold at no reserve. I wonder what they sold for. Let's see what else is here. I'd love to see the bikes before we check out the classic cars. Honda CR500. This is a rare monster of a bike. 2-stroke 500cc. That is crazy. Hey, I had that. That's my 250R.
That's the first 3-wheeler I bought you when you were a kid.
Wow.
ATC70.
Look at that thing. I actually restored a near similar 250R right there. That Banshee is amazing.
It's beautiful.
We have 2 more 250Rs back there and an ATC 250R or 200X back there. Honestly, I like the 3-wheelers, the ATCs, more than the 4-wheelers. We have another Honda CR 250, a little YZ125, cool, 200X 250R, a near brand new 250R, a 200X, and then a 350X. Whoa. And I think these are running through tomorrow. What's gonna be really cool about these videos is you have 3 different people, 3 different tastes. So last year was just me and Dad. I knew where to find Dad all the time. He was always at the 70 Camaro or the King Cobra. Adam will be at the Honda Actis.
Very nice. Look at this thing. The K-truck with the flares and the wing and everything. This thing is sharp.
Didn't you hate yours?
I hated it, but it's beautiful. It's got so much character.
Well, so Mecum, although it seems like a car show for us, it's actually obviously an auto auction. This is the staging lane. So this is where the cars go that are getting ready to run through the auction, which we'll see shortly, like that Bandit Trans Am right there. I know my father's going to talk about that one.
Listen to this story. I forgot about it. I had this car. Have Adam tell you, see if you want to record. So Dad had this car when we lived in Hampstead, and he was, you know, bleeding the coolant or doing something to it. It was overheating. Jeff and I were standing in the garage, and then it started bubbling over, and we're leaning under the hood looking under. Dad looks at both of us and yells, "Run!" So we turn around and run away, and the radiator burst and blew coolant all down the side of the car, exactly where we're standing. So hot it melted the clear coat off the car.
Whoa.
I liked this car. It was a rattle box, and they went really fast, but I always loved this car.
I have never liked these cars.
Yeah,
never.
I just like the shock style. So just like I said, my father would be at the Trans Ams. He's already looked at this car. So I don't know a whole lot about it. It's all modified, like a resto mod, but it looks like a 77 gold edition. You can tell the letters are different, but obviously they did some modifications, suspension, brakes, seats.
Oh, I love the aftermarket honeycomb wheels too. Oh geez, it's an LSX, okay.
If I'm not gonna drive it.
All right, so I really like how this car looks with the top down, which makes me think I should put the top down in my car.
I wouldn't. Hell no. The only problem is what's going to happen is someone else is going to try to.
Right.
And then it's going to get
the reality of this job, and you saw it as soon as we came in. You had said it about that, what was it, a Corvette? The one getting pulled in?
Oh yeah, the first 5 cars I saw here weren't being driven back, they were being towed back. So don't feel bad about yours. So it's not just me. I have a question before you dig into that. So that 71 Chevelle over there has a cowl induction hood. It says it on the side of the hood, but it doesn't have the actual vented cowl induction. It just has that right there. Right.
Why do they call that cowl induction?
I think they just changed hood designs. I don't know the details, but I remember when we were young, we used to call those the real cowl induction hoods because they were vacuum actuated, and when you throttle, you step on the gas, that would open up and suck the air. So eventually I'd love to get a 70 Chevelle, but I would make sure it had the real cowl induction hood and then this floor shifter right here. That's 4-speed would be great, but a nice automatic with that horseshoe shifter.
I like the Magnum 500 style wheels, the Resto Mod ones. That's cool.
Would you rather with a 454 or 396?
396 was a great motor. I mean, 454 was big and strong, a lot more torque, I think, but I wouldn't care.
For it. Oh, he got it running. That thing was just cranking and cranking and cranking. If you know me, I have a 94 Dodge Viper RT10, 9,000 miles on it. This, I love the roof on it, but look at the bodywork on this hood. I think it actually looks better on camera than it does in reality.
This thing's a mess.
Yeah, and then look at this window. Wow, this thing is a mess.
What is this? Roof sealant?
Yeah.
Roof tar? The hood is so orange peely, I feel like my glasses need to be cleaned.
Look at in here.
I wonder if the guy behind you bought it.
No, it hasn't run through yet.
He was looking at you guys when
But
you
it might be cheap enough.
You go, this thing's a mess, and the guy goes, so I'm watching him like, what the hell is it? You know, is it his? This was in risky business, the first Porsche with a V8.
Yeah, actually, first front engine Porsche V8.
Wow. Yeah, like 300 horsepower. I wanted to buy one of these.
Was there a rear engine Porsche V8?
I don't think so.
I wanted to buy one of these, and I drove it. It's all right.
I like the way the headlights look when they pop up. They're
Oh yeah.
almost like a
This
motorcycle
car, for
headlight.
me, I would love this car, $3,500.
Oh, for 3,500?
$3,500.
I'd be all over it.
That's your number.
I would love to have that.
$3,500 cars all day long. So this Camaro looks incredible, and then when you go to the front of it,
It's got some rough paintwork.
it's a 6.2 out of new gen Camaro.
Yeah.
Hey, look at a Mercedes and the convertible top works. So people are gonna try it.
That's what it's supposed to be.
That must be the Trans Am. I
think it is.
Hear that? People are gonna try that convertible top, and then it's gonna go through the auction block halfway open.
Pissing fluid on the ground.
Yeah, look at everybody's in and out of it. Oh, it's good. Top down. Hey, my dream car. Oh, what is that one?
Chevy Nomad. These things are awesome. They got a cool factor, but they're $100,000 now.
I saw Tim Allen crush one of these on Home Improvement.
I remember that. So I would say this is like the original CTSV wagon. You know, like how the CTSV made the wagon cool again?
A lot of the old guys love these.
Yeah.
They put thousands in.
Back to Vipers. So this Viper is, I think it's a 97. They only made blue with white stripes in 97. This is the GTS. And that's why they're worth so much, because they were only made in this color combo for 1 year. Am I wrong or am I right? I think I'm right. So even cooler than this F-150, check out this Dodge Dakota convertible. Now that's cool. Oh, thank you very much, guys.
Love it.
Thank you. And we are in the auction block. That Durango Hellcat is going for $80,000 right
I
now.
want to see this Ranchero go through. This was supposed to be my restoration project.
This is what you wanted it to look like.
This was supposed to be the restoration project. I was going to show you.
How'd the restoration project go?
We gave up after 2.5 years, but we did a nice job on what we did.
So before we dive into the back and the stakes, you said paint alone on your Ranchero was near 10 grand, plus the upholstery was how much?
About $5 grand.
All right, so 15 grand into a Ranchero, just painted interior, and the car didn't run well.
Right.
Until you were done with it. It's easier to let somebody else spend all their money and then you buy it. Let's see what this goes
That's why I
for.
got rid of mine. I'd rather just buy one like this.
Now ask your question.
All right, closest one. Let's see who gets closest. The one who's closest buys lunch.
I'm gonna go 15 grand. What's your at?
I was gonna say 16.5, but I feel like that might be high.
I'm gonna say 18.
So you get everything above 18 and I get everything below 15?
Oh, I got the worst
If
guess
I'm
then.
closer at 17.5, I get it.
$1, Bob. $1.
Bid on the Ranchero. They started at 30, they went down to 20, now they're at 10, now they're at 5. Dad, go bid on it.
I don't have the money. I can't
8
buy it.
grand?
If I had the money, I would.
Adam's gonna be
It's losing steam. Adam's gonna be
9
buying.
grand?
That's worth it. Listen, I had almost $5 grand into one trying to restore it.
Right? The paint was gonna cost you more than that.
That seems like a lot of car for 9 grand.
Yeah.
You can finance it for $138 a month. That's a good car payment.
That car's worth 12 grand. If it runs. I mean, if it's another one that has to be towed off the block.
You don't know.
They all have problems.
Bid goes on, so it didn't meet the reserve. Let's head out. All right, you asked.
You can't make your own rules. We said whoever closest to the bid buys lunch.
Well, then I would. That sounds like I lose for winning.
So you're incentivizing losing. Right. That's what I said.
I won and I lost.
I guess $100,000 then.
If I knew that was the stakes, I would have.
Listen, you guys don't listen to it's your whole generation. You don't listen to details.
Farthest should have paid
I
for lunch.
said the closest to the bid wins and they buy lunch, and you guys both said yes.
Price is
and
right.
now you
Closest one going
I think we've been bamboozled. Let's go look around.
Oh my God.
Pop quiz. I think you'll get it. There was a movie with Charlie Sheen, and he drove that Shelby GT 500.
Oh, I know it. I know.
You know it?
Yeah.
Who is the other character in the movie?
Chris Tucker.
It was Chris Tucker. Don't even say it. Let's see if everybody else knows it.
I know it.
All right, I think I can't remember the name of it. Don't tell me yet. Tell me off camera. So I want to know who else knows what the movie is.
So I just randomly opened the book to this page, and it got me kind of pumped up because I looked and I said to Adam, I go, oh, we got to look at this in the auction, 71 Ford Ranchero. But then I scrolled down, and I'm wondering if that's yours.
That is mine, yeah.
91 Ford, what are the odds of that?
So my Skyline should be in there too.
I looked, I didn't see it. Maybe Vanilla Ice is bidding.
Freaking Skyline better be in there. I
What do you
sent those
think
photos a long time ago.
08 Shelby GT, what do you think that'll go for? It should be a $27,000 car.
Yeah. See if my Skyline's in there for that day.
It's 40 friggin' pages.
No, I'm M something. I forget what my numbers are. So I took a break from the Mecum auto auction to go check something out that I'm really, really curious about, and I wanted to share with you guys. You know that I had a lake house, and we bought a boat, and then I sold the lake house. I like to get myself into projects, probably too many projects. And this one I'm actually really curious about. I think it may be our next adventure, and you guys are gonna come inside with me to check out what I might be getting my hands into. Your 40-foot container home. Everything is home dimensions. You have washer dryer hookups here. You have your living room there. So we have plenty of knee space while I'm on your toilet, but we also have built-ins right here for your closets. Housing is unaffordable right now, so you've kind of figured out how to make it affordable. Like my purpose would be short-term rentals probably, but you have
transitional housing. Yeah, where people are either financially transitioning or transitioning out of prison and trying to get back on their feet.
You guys have like lots of opportunities for growth. Government contracts are an opportunity, and shipping to islands for affordable housing, like hurricane, FEMA,
disaster response.
Disaster response, you just drop them off. So containing luxury is growing fast. We created a Start Engine campaign so everyone else can invest and be a part of what's coming up.
Yeah, we wanted all investors to be able to join in with the success that the company's having, and to at the same time help us raise the capital that we need for R&D, for new product development, and getting larger facilities. I see this as an amazing opportunity, to get involved and be able to win with the successes that Containing Luxury is having.
There's a link in the description and on this screen right here. So super easy to sign up, and you can be part of the business. Lunch is over. Let's check out some real nice cars. So, is that a Ferrari 308 GT? What is that? Is that Magnum PI's car? I don't know. You tell me. 1984 Ferrari 512 BBI. That is far better than a 308 GT, so don't listen to everything I say. Gated 6-speed. Oh, an F40. So this Ferrari Enzo is estimated between $4.5 and $4.7 million. Look at the rear end of the F40 right here. So going down these swooping lines, put the contact point right there. And then is that plexi or plastic? What is that? Or is it, there's no way that's glass, right? And then going to the Enzo, let's see what the inside of an Enzo actually looks like. This F40 is appraised and expecting to get between $3.2 and $3.5 million. The Enzo, $4.5 million is what they're expecting to get from it. And then here we have a 2020 Ford GT, only number 18 of only 45 produced, expecting to get $1.7 million. Question, how would you feel about bringing your classic car here and then having kids climb all over, in and out of it? 1993 Jaguar XJ220, do you know what video game this is from?
We were just talking about that.
Don't say it.
I played it on PlayStation 1.
PlayStation 1.
Need the speed?
This car became popular on PlayStation 1. What was the name of the game?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
What's cool about this car is 542 horsepower. It originally, in their concept car, had a 6.2 liter V12, but they later went with a 3.5 liter twin turbo 6-cylinder. And it also has a top speed of 212 miles per hour. I just got a call from Adam, my brother, saying that he's talking to the Lingenfelders about a Corvette they built. He's here. So we're going over to check it out right now. 1963 Corvette Stingray. Oh, geez.
Wait, how many cars did you bring to the auction?
5. So that looks like a C4 ZR1 Corvette engine, but what I'm told is it's much more than just a ZR1 Corvette engine. It is a split window coupe. Do you mind going through it one more time, even though you just said it?
Tell me what you want me to say.
Oh, geez. Maybe the 30-second runaround?
Start by introducing.
Introduce. If you can introduce yourself for me.
Let's go to the front of the car. Best place to start.
All right. Before we jump in, do you mind introducing yourself?
I'm Charlie Lingenfelder from Charlotte, North Carolina.
And so
it's a very recognizable name.
Yeah, I think everybody knows the name. If you know Corvette, you know the name. Would you mind walking me through the car real quick?
Yeah. This is a 63 Corvette Resto mod, and I love 63 Corvettes. I thought it was the best design Chevy ever made, and I wanted to make it with what I thought was the best engine they ever offered. This is a Corvette ZR1 engine from the 90 to 95 series. It was a $25,000 option, and it was a great engine to start with, but this engine is a lot better. My brother was the late John Lingenfelder, who founded Lingenfelder Performance Engineering, and he liked these ZR1 engines, and this is one of the last ones he ever built, and it has 540 horsepower, up from the 375, and drives as if it's a stock engine. Great. It was a LT5.
These were designed by Lotus, right?
Designed by Lotus, built by Mercury Marine.
Right.
And my brother helped when the performance wasn't quite where they wanted it to be. My brother made it where it should be. And he built a number of these. And this was one of the last ones. And I bought it in 2002. And I built this car around it. And I just finished it in August of 2023.
You built the car around the engine.
Correct.
Okay.
If you get a second, Craig, and you look underneath the rear suspension, get a shot of that. The suspension and exhaust are a work of art.
And while we're looking at that, let's look at this. This is a 1963 Chevy Corvette Z06 Coupe, one of 199 built. 227 cubic inch engine with 360 horsepower. Sold in Keene, New Hampshire, which is actually where I went to college.
So I saw this Corvette that I said, ooh, I love the old resto modded muscle cars. Those are my favorite. A little bit of new school flair on an old school style. So we go up and we talk to the guy because I love the interior. I love what he's done to it. He's got that.
Got the LT5 ZR1 engine.
I pointed out the engine to Dad. So, you know, the old guy who owns the car comes up. He's talking to us, having his root beer float. Plain as day. And he's like, oh, yeah, you know, my brother built that engine. I don't know if you've heard of him, John Lingenfelder, and this and that. And my dad and I both just drop our jaws. And we're both like, you're John Lingenfelder's brother?
It was crazy.
We met Charles Lingenfelder.
And two of the best cars he put together. That's 63 Corvette with the ZR1 engine.
What an incredibly cool guy, too. Just so friendly and nice to talk to.
Right off the bat, I noticed that it said,
what is, besides the engine, what is strange about this car?
Okay, I won't say it then. So obviously, the fuel cells in the front,
on the hood at him.
and then we have the supercharged engine in the rear.
Purely cosmetic exterior. What is strange about this car? You tell me.
70 Mark 1, 69 had the side flares, didn't
That's
they?
it. It's got the 70 front end with the 69 quarter
Yeah,
panel scoop.
69. 70 didn't have the side scoops.
No.
69 did.
What
And the
tail lift
Ford
does it have?
GT instead of Mach 1. So yeah, it has a what, 70 front end, 69 side scoops, and then those are 69 taillights, aren't they? No, 69 protruded, 70 were inserted, weren't they?
I think they were the same. The only difference
Well, there you
was
go. What year's that one?
the color. The color around the bezel. Some were chrome, some weren't, I think. But I'm not 100%
This
sure.
one should be a 70.
That should be a 70, yeah.
All right, now I'd call it school bus yellow, but what's actually the name of the color?
Grabber orange.
Grabber orange.
Grabber orange. It's
I
funny.
know a guy that bought one of these Mach 1s, the 428 Turbojets, for 28 grand. No, 10 grand,
I bought it for $9 grand. $9,000. It was one of one with the shaker hood scoop, first 4-speed.
And then you restored it, built the
Traction
engine,
lock, rear
sold
end.
it for how much?
$28,000. And then I called the guy to sell it back to me because I knew I made a mistake after I sold it. And he said, yeah, 80 grand.
And now they're estimated around 100.
I remember the fight it caused when you bought it. I don't think you'll ever get it. But what movie do you remember this style Shelby in? I think it was red. It had the roll bar. It was a convertible.
Yeah, I remember that car.
All right. Yeah, it had Martin Short. And it had, was it Meg Ryan? And who was the main character? I can't think of it.
I can remember the car. I can't remember the movie.
Yeah, it was red. It had a roll bar. I can't remember the main character.
Who was the star of the movie?
Dennis Quaid. Not Randy Quaid.
Randy Quaid, maybe.
Crazy brother.
My Skyline's on the other side of that red Jeep, and I'm not sure why, but they just drove it, which is a good sign because it's running.
I don't smell gasoline. That's a better sign.
When does it? That's funny. When does it run through though, Craig?
Tomorrow, I thought, but here it comes. Oh, it looks like they're prepping it.
Where's your Mustang?
They're washing it. Hey, there's my Skyline.
Is it green or is it purple?
Whose green, purple, blue, brown Skyline is that right there getting washed? I like that they go through and prep them before they go through the auction.
Oh, yeah.
Look at the old feller driving it. Car looks good on you.
How do you like it? The paint is beautiful.
All right, you're good.
Check out this car going through the auction. I think I know the guy that owns that. We found the staging lane for tomorrow, and it's right here. I saw my Skyline, so here's my Mustang GT right here, looking pretty good. This car came out all right. Ooh, yuck. So,
a lot of junk.
piece de resistance. I already fixed the windshield, so the windshield was replaced the day before this thing left. This is the horn button. I found this out of a junk Mustang after this car had already shipped out.
So wait, you took it out of another one here?
I remember.
No. I found it in New Hampshire.
Want a key?
Yeah.
Cool, the guy almost crashed his little car. Hey, what? Can I have my key back before I walk away and lose it?
And done. The last piece that I needed has been completed. Cool. So I have four other cars here, though.
Go to the drive-in. Get in, loser.
Cool.
This was the car we were restoring that I bought in South Carolina.
This is not a good-looking car.
I like it. Ranchero 500.
I don't. What a terrible-looking car. The 70s, late 70s, were not pleasing to the automobile industry.
You know, I do really like the decals.
Just awful-looking cars, though.
I love the decals and I love the window.
How can things from the 60s be so beautiful, and then anything from 73 on is just so awful-looking?
I disagree. I'd love to have a van from the 70s.
A van, a Trans Am.
Shag wagon.
Yeah, what was Starsky and Hutch's car?
Oh, yeah.
The
Skyline.
Gran Torino?
Oh, Gran Torino, you're right.
Yeah, so there were some good ones out there. So fun fact, the Corvette Z06 pre-COVID was actually a really, really affordable, crazy fast muscle car and a 6-speed transmission. Then COVID caught on and everybody started buying toys, and these things had a COVID tax and really spiked in value. So now the Z06, like, I was buying low mileage Z06s pre-COVID for 16 to 18,000. Now they're all over 20, so they've actually appreciated with time. I'm actually interested in the Z06 if the price is right. It has 77,000 miles. So what's cool about cars like this, they're not custom, they're not one-off, so I can scan this barcode right here and it will tell me about what I should pay on it. So the Mannheim values around 15.5, 16.7. That is incorrect. 15-ish. So it's had 10 owners and no accidents. So I'd like to be under 15 for it, but consider 10% buyer's fee and shipping. So I'm going to be into it for 18 by the time I get home.
30,000. Anybody to get 32? All right, anybody get 32? 30 bid, 32, 30 bid, 35. Hey, what do you want to give on this one here? Did you want to give 35,000? 30,000, did you 12? 12,000, 15 here. Did you want to down? 15 bid, 15, 17,000, 17 bid. Anywhere 20 bid, 20,000 other day. 20 here. Did you want to bid? 20 bid, 20,000 anywhere? 20,000, 20,000, 2. 22, did you want to down? 20 here, 22, anywhere? 22,
over 20,000. I was seriously considering that Z06. I was seriously considering buying, like, oh, I'll buy that car if it's under 15 grand.
Yeah.
$23,000 plus a buyer's fee and then ship it home. 10 owners, no accidents, and 77,000 miles. Not even a collector car.
I paid 17 for mine with
$24,000.
and mine was nice.
Still going. Jeez, now I know I should be bringing Z06s.
People get caught up in the thrill of the auction, you know?
Yeah. I'm thinking my Mustang is going to be the best winner here. I mean, for me.
26 grand.
26 grand. We paid, remember yours that had like 40,000 miles? We bought like 2017. We paid 17,000 for it. All right, Steve Urkel is on the scene. Check this thing out, and I don't even know what it's worth. And that is the big entrance right there.
Now I'll bring you 263 and 1957 BMW Isetta Cabriolet.
I couldn't even tell you what this car is worth. 75,000. Oh my God.
35 anywhere. 30 bid. Asking 35 40. 40,000. 40,000. 35 40 bid. 40,000.
Who drove this car and from what family sit down in the 90s?
Did you want to bid 40? Then 40. Then 40,000. Did you want to bid 40,000? Now I'll bring
35,000 and that wasn't enough money. Listen to this thing coming in. T500 fully built 5.4 supercharged V8 that sounds like an absolute monster when you run the engine. I really want to check out this Continental. If I found one in a convertible, I would buy one and keep it forever, I think. I always wanted one. Honestly, I want the one from Entourage. I don't really have much interest in the hardtops, but I've always liked those suicide doors. Suicide doors meaning the front opens up regularly and the rear opens up backwards.
28,000. Did you want to bid 28? 26 now. Anybody want to bid 27 now. 27 now. 27 now. 27 now. Now 9. 29. 29. Okay, 29, 28, 9, anywhere. Did you want to bid 9?
28 grand. Well, just when I thought the day was over, there's more shenanigans. What's going on over
my
here?
hands with recycled water, and somehow, I don't know how he did it, ripped my jeans. I told him he ripped one, but he took it too seriously.
All right, first of all, I don't believe that those hand washing stations are recycled water. I hope that's not true.
100%.
And how did you rip those jeans?
I was getting into a Mustang convertible and it got caught on the seat belt and ripped the seat belt out, tore the seat, and then did this.
I hope that's not true.
I'm kidding. No, because your Mustang convertible. No. No.
Oh, my Mustang.
yeah,
That's
we don't
funny.
know.
That's funny.
Well, I was going to ask you a
Yeah,
question.
he's got a quiz for you.
Go for it.
All right, quiz. This is right up your alley. Totally something you would do. What is this taillight from?
Oh. That looks like a...
I didn't know.
It's a Honda Accord or a Honda Odyssey? I don't want to say on camera. I'd prefer they say it. I'm going to go with an Accord. I don't know, like a 99 Accord. No, because they're too small. That's a Honda Prelude.
I am 90% sure it's a DA Acura Integra. 1990, 1992.
I think you're right.
But it could very well be an Acura Legend or Vigor, but I'm 90% certain it's off of an Acura Integra.
I'm pretty sure I'm wrong with the Prelude, and you might be right, but you will tell us. Huh.